Folks, welcome to Sales and Cigars. Walter Crosby, your host. Today is what we call a shorty, something that's been on my mind, something that I've been talking to people about, something that just occurred with my clients. So today I want to talk about culture. And what is culture? So what is your sales culture specifically? But this applies to both culture and sales culture. It's all of the behaviors and activity that you tolerate explicitly or implicitly. That's it. Right? So whatever you're allowing to happen in your organization, specifically, let's talk about sales culture. Whatever you're allowing to happen is your sales culture. So if you're allowing people to miss their numbers, if you're allowing people to not show up for meetings, if you're allowing people to, conduct themselves in an unethical fashion, that's on you as a business owner or as a sales leader. If we tolerate it, that becomes part of our culture. And we need to root these things out. We need to be aware of them. We need to coach people on what's acceptable and what's not. When we hire people, we need to let them know what our culture is. We need to share with them what our values are. So we work with a lot of the companies running EOS, and they have core values. It's in their VTO. Sometimes it's on their wall. But rarely do I see all of those core values lived out on a daily basis. Right? Because they say these things, but there's really no accountability to what those are. So if we're not being accountable to our values, we're not being accountable to what we've told people what we're hiring for, then our culture is diminished, right? So I have a client who they hired a salesperson. He was doing great. He was hitting his numbers. He was doing all the things they want him to do. And then one day he had some bad behavior. He did some things that he shouldn't have done. He spoke to some team members in a way that was inappropriate. They warned him about it. They gave him a chance to think about what he was doing, and he doubled down on his bad behavior. They let him go because they don't tolerate that kind of behavior in the organization. They live their values. So what I'm suggesting to you is to take a look at what behaviors that are occurring that aren't congruent with what you really believe. Those are going to diminish the value that you're talking about. You're going to lose credibility as a leader, whether you're the business owner or the sales leader. If we're allowing our team members to speak poorly about other team members, to make snide comments. I love a sales room when we have a sales meeting where there's this competitive fire in the room, right? Where everybody's talking a little shit about each other, right? It's at that family dinner table where you can talk shit about each other and give each other, razz each other a little bit, but nobody outside of the room can get in on that, right? It's only the folks on the team. It's all good nature's competitive fun. We're not diminishing the person. We're not speaking ill of the person. We're just talking about where our numbers are. That's fun. That's exciting. That creates energy. If everybody's doing it in a positive fashion, right? So we got to be careful about what we allow. It's when we hear somebody's like, I'm carrying this company on my back, and you guys aren't really pulling it. I mean, there's just some things that are obviously that we can't tolerate. And once we do, we take our culture down, right? And if we're telling the world our values are this, and then our behavior isn't congruent with that when we go out into the world, right? And as a leader, it's probably not a problem for us, but what are we tolerating with our people? Are they treating our customers in the customer experience world? Are they treating them badly? Are salespeople, being overly aggressive? Are they not living up to the promises that are being made, right? Or do we have some challenges with our manufacturing operations process that we're not addressing because we just kind of want to sweep them under the rug? These are things that are all part of our sales culture and our culture of our company. And I think the biggest thing that I've seen with a sales culture is if you have 5 or 6 people on your team and you got 2 of them, right? Let's think about the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. You got 20% of the salespeople that are producing at a high level, and you got 80% that aren't, right? And I'm not saying you fire them, but I mean, look at the bottom group of people. Are they missing their number every month? When was the last time they hit their revenue number? If it's been 4 or 5 months and they've missed it significantly and they're not changing their behaviors, you're accepting mediocrity. Worse, right? You're accepting people that just aren't carrying their load, and that has a negative effect on the people that are, right? The people that are performing at a high level don't want to associate with mediocrity. So if we're not doing something to change those behaviors, right, that could be coaching them, that could be putting them in some training to give them some skill development. But if our culture isn't set up to root that out and to let everybody know that behavior isn't acceptable, if we're not having accountability meetings on a monthly basis with our reps, right, if we're not doing those things, we are accepting bad behavior, we're accepting mediocrity, and we're lowering our sales culture, and we're not going to get to a high performance environment. So I think your big takeaway here is go see what your managers are accepting. Is it in alignment with what we talk about in our values? And if we're accepting mediocrity, we got to make some changes. And that might be elevating the talent. That might be trying to coach people up. It might be looking at your sales manager. Do they have the skills to do those things? And this isn't meant to be a commercial, but at Helix, we do sales management coaching. We've got a 90-day program that helps them help your team. We have coaching for salespeople. We have accountability programs. So, I mean, there's resources out there. There's books out there. Stop accepting mediocrity. Go build up your sales culture, right? Right. This is important. It's really going to build the team, and that foundational element of coaching and not accepting bad behavior is going to elevate the game. So I hope that helps. Good luck. Go happy selling. Thanks. Hey everyone, Walter Crosby. Want to talk to you about Sales Hiring Secrets. It's a program that we've revamped. Instead of it going for 1 hour over 5 days, I'm packaging it all up in one high impact afternoon. So we're going to give you everything that we've been offering to you. We're going to help you understand why salespeople are different. We're going to help you with a job posting. We're going to help you understand the importance of a phone screen, having structured interviews. We're going to give you all the email templates and all of the documents and tools that you need to learn how to hire salespeople, onboard them really well, and improve your sales talent on your team, which is the easiest way to grow revenue. So go down to the show notes and look for Sales Hiring Secrets, and you can sign up there. Thanks.